The minutes from April 15th. Any comments? If you approve, raise your hand. Okay. Public comment? Anybody from public wish to speak? Okay. Announcements. These are in detail in the agenda. Quickly go over them. Radnor Township Parks and Recreation has its annual Great American Backyard Campout at the Willows on May 30th. I'll be there wading in the creek with whatever child is interested to catch aquatic invertebrates, and we'll take a look and see what we catch, and hopefully catch a lot, which means our streams, at least in that part of the township, are healthy. Any EAC members or associate members who want to participate in the camp, the event, can contact Peter Murphy at Radnor Troop 284 at peterqmurphy@gmail.com. Their Survivor Nature and Hiking Camp for 2026 is on June 15th and 14th this summer for campers 7 to 13 years old, and they'll explore the woods and streams in Willows Park. And then there's popular group challenges of boat races and shelter building, capture the flag, and the famous scavenger hunt. You need to register for that at the URL indicated in the agenda. All right, ongoing business, municipal energy conservation and electrification. We've been, Bill Gels and I have been advancing through the process of implementing the building energy benchmarking program through the Delaware Valley Region Planning Commission, along with Green Building United. And we're at the point of putting together a quick survey of commercial and institutional building owners for their familiarity with energy benchmarking, and also their level of interest in it. We're going to be hopefully have a proposed ordinance drawn up by the end of this summer that will require all building owners over, I believe, 10,000 square feet of space to go to the Energy Star portfolio manager, which allows building owners to put in their electrical and fossil fuel costs, as well as specifics about their building, how what it's used for, and the exact dimensions. And there's a calculation that comes up with an energy conservation score. And the basis of that score is comparing the energy used for that building against buildings of similar use and dimensions and construction across the country. So it's basically informing the owner whether your building is average or below or above average in terms of energy efficiency for that particular type of building. Okay, public education. Yeah, Bess, we had Sarah Weiner Cooper and her father give a great presentation at Kreutzberg Center on May 12th. Anything to say to that?
Yes, I think it was a great success. We definitely would recommend the Kreutzberg Center for future lectures. Their tech and AV support is really wonderful, and the venue itself is cozy. It's not as big as the Radnor room or the Windsor room, but it definitely worked well. So I think that the one advantage to the mainline school night is that they have a huge email list, and so they could really publicize any lectures. And really, this is a true partnership in that, we essentially, because the Kreutzberg Center is part of the Radnor Township, we do not have to pay a fee to use the center, as well as the AV. The tech is supported by the mainline school night, so I think
So
I
when,
asked a few people afterwards how they heard about it, and one of them said they thought they heard it from the township, got an email from the township, and then a handful said that they had gotten an email from the mainline school night. So definitely, I hope we can do at least one or possibly more lectures there a year. Maybe we can talk about how we want to go about, structuring our year with these lectures and.
yes,
I just want to add too that I think this time was no charge to members coming to see the lecture, but moving forward from the center, at least the person I spoke to, it's between $30 to $40 charged per person for future lectures. So they charge people to come to
okay.
their, and I can reconfirm that, but I have an email that states that. They were giving us like a free lecture for this first one, but then moving forward it was $30 per person for individuals who would like to go
Okay,
to
so
future
that's what they
lectures.
meant.
That's how they make their income from that.
So you agree that that's possible, Bess?
I would I think that would be doable. Yeah, I think
Okay.
the Radnor Conservancy works that way with them. I guess yes. So I wasn't aware that this was our first one was sort of a free.
Yeah.
So okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
Well, and they don't do live streaming, do they?
They do live streaming. Yes.
Ah.
So we had people in the Zoom room.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
At about 25 in person and 25 online.
It was 18 in person and then 25 in the Zoom room, and I was monitoring the chat room, chat box, the chat room and chat box, and we were able to ask most of the questions that
Right.
the Zoom participants asked. So it was, I think overall, I think it went extremely well. So
Yes.
yeah.
Now, I guess, do the online attendees pay the same fee? Do you know?
I believe so. I mean,
Okay.
that I don't know. We would need to check with Nancy Shaw about that. So I assume that they would pay the same.
And I think that, charging people to attend a high quality lecture, right, would also help support our budget to bring in more of these types of sessions, right, because we have limited budget. So I think it is a great partnership that Bess is pointing out, but just for everyone's awareness, it's going to be a charge to participants moving forward.
Okay.
I think then we have to have high quality speakers, because paying $30 or $40 is quite a lot amount.
Well,
more than
yeah. And
cinema
this
ticket.
was a definite high-quality speaker. Melissa or Bess, who wants to talk to Nancy Straw about confirming the fee for the online?
I can go ahead and piggyback on the last email from her to me, so I
Okay,
can just,
thank
and I'll
you.
put Bess on it, so she's CC'd. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Right. Okay, well, that'll limit attendance. Right, well, we have only, what, how many in that room? That was about 30, maybe 50 occupancy in that room.
I think in that particular room, it was 30, and then I think they have another room that can handle a little bit more, up to 50.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, Mosquito Bucket Challenge Workshop, Saturday, June 6th at Radnor Memorial Library. This is a new offering that, Bess, I believe it was you who came up with this, or was it you, Anjana? It was Bess, okay. Do you want to talk more about that, Bess?
Sure, so
Freeze frame. It's the storm.
with their buckets, if they bring them, they should bring them. And then, so we'll have two from 10 to 10:45, and then one at 11, from 11 to 11:45. So we'll have two sessions. So it's pretty straightforward, but we play a little bit of a clip from Doug Tallamy's, one of his videos on the Mosquito Bucket Challenge. So we also introduce everyone to the Homegrown National Park at the same time as, at least helping them to see where we got this information from. We didn't make this up. This is from a very reputable source. And so I think it kind of covers a lot of bases.
Great. Okay, so there's an action item. You'll be handling the advertising and also setting up the registration link.
Yes.
Okay, great. And Zoom, the Zoom link, yep.
Well, we're not zooming for the mosquito.
Oh, no, that's true. That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
No.
Are you talking about the assisted plant migration?
How many?
Mosquito Bucket Challenge will only
Yeah.
be in person.
How many buckets are
Yeah.
we able to give away? I forgot how much we had in the budget.
Well, I
An
didn't,
idea of that?
your video froze, Bess, so we didn't hear
The
the
numbers.
buckets, whether we're providing them or they bring their own.
They bring their own.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay.
It's more, if they don't have one, it'll be informational. They can take away a donut or whatever.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a little-
Perfect. Okay.
We can give them a dunk.
Okay. All
And
right.
then a flyer.
Right.
Yeah.
And the video you said was from the original Mosquito Bucket Challenge website?
Yes, so
Yeah.
Doug Tallamy has a few videos where he is describing how the Mosquito Bucket Challenge works, the benefits, and
That's great.
it's helpful.
Well, thanks for setting this up.
Yeah.
Assisted plant migration helps to expand our native plant palette for climate change with a focus on shrubs. Tuesday, June 9th, with Eva Monheim at Radnor Memorial Library. Bess, again, do you want to talk to this?
Yes, so Eva is an arborist. Also, she teaches at Longwood Gardens. She has taught at Temple in the landscape architecture and horticulture department, and she is teaching on just the process of migrating plants and helping them to move, especially in terms of climate change, how we're essentially, our zones and temperatures are shifting, right? So this is a lecture at the Radnor Memorial Library where she's going to be talking about just what we can do to help native plants and essentially helping shift this sort of plants that are typically grow in the south. We can begin to plant them thinking about future sort of as our kind of warming climate. So if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's from 7 to 8:30, both in person and online. And I am also working on advertising. So I have,
Great.
we have a flyer that's going to go, that is in process of going up in the library,
That's great.
on
It's
the bulletin board, and as well as on social media and that sort of thing.
just confirming the time, 7 to 8 o'clock on the 9th.
Yes, with the question and answer session after that.
Right.
So it's not a hard ending
Right.
at 8.
Right. Now, again, I have capability to live stream, as I did before with Mike Wheelbacher at RML. So we can talk offline about that. And I can set up a Zoom link for you and get that into your ad.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now, there's something, an old action about Bess for you forwarding final ads to Sarah and Eva Monheim and to Ricky Foster and Tammy Cohen for perhaps this assisted plant migration talk. Do you know anything about that? I put it in the agenda. I carried it forward, I think, from the April agenda. So if it's a dead item, that's fine. All right. All right. Radnor News Community Newsletter, the Township RAG. We'll have 2 earth-friendly tips published in the spring issue, which has been in our mailbox, about the Mosquito Bucket Challenge and Avoid Mulch Volcanoes, and also ads for the May 2nd EAC Native Plant Giveaway, which we just held, and the April 28th talk about bees in peril. For the summer issue, there have been some EACers in April who volunteered to prepare short articles. Bess and associate members prepare a short piece on the benefit of native milkweeds and nectar-producing plants to aid monarch butterfly annual migration. Anybody talk to that idea? Okay.
Muted, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. I'm working with Ed at Franklin Maps. We've just got a short extension, so I'm sending those in. And so the 4 of those. So thank you for sending the health hazards of gas leaf blowers.
Yeah.
So
It's large. It's a large thing, and if we're just going to take a page, it may have to be trimmed down, because you're going to have 4 other articles possibly. The eco-friendly yard article, I forget how big it is.
it ended up being a page, I think, last year.
Right. If it's a lot of color and big letters, maybe it could be taken down size. This is something I guess we've got to coordinate. When, the due date for the summer issue,
It
hopefully,
was back on last Friday, so, but I'm working to submit everything by this Friday, according to Ed.
oh, bless him. Thank you, Ed.
It's been pretty busy with all sorts of things. Thanks,
Well,
Dan.
okay, anything I can do for you, of course, let me know. I'll condense that GLB article. Anjana, do you?
I can help too.
Okay, Melissa's available. So you'll be the leader of that, of course, Bess, and work with Melissa.
Yeah,
Anjana, do you?
It's just a matter, I'm just about ready to send things, so it's.
Oh, it is? Oh, well, good, that's wonderful. Do you want us to look at it, or you don't need that complication at this point?
Oh, sure, I'd be happy to send it to you.
Okay, but we need to get it back within a day, back to you, right? Because we're testing Ed's patience here. All right. Okay. So the mosquito bucket challenge is already done. Okay, wonderful. Let's see. Yeah, what's it due, May 15th? Road salt and Radnor Township streams and tap water. What I forgot to do, I forgot to bring the bottles because I wanted you all to continue collecting tap water right now because we have samples from March and April. Would like to get some now to see if the chloride content decreases as the road salt is cleared from our water supply, at least what is readily leached out of our ground as summer progresses. So if any of you can, on your own, collect some tap water in a clean, heavily rinsed out glass container or plastic container, please bring that sample with the date of collection and your address to the next meeting, which, yes, will be June. Thank you. Okay. Mayor's Monarch Butterfly Pledge Survey. Anjana, do you want to give an update on that?
Hear me? Yes. We passed the deadline. We didn't make it this year. Commissioner Riley is not able to do the pledge on his own. He needs the approval by the Board of Commissioners. And his suggestion was to start working on what we need to do, and then get the Public Works Department and Parks and Rec Department to work with us together on it, and then come up with some results and to endorse them for next year's pledge. So I started working with the Public Works Department. So Rick Foster, the director, is helping and directing, and we had looked at like part of this project, and as a part of this project and the Route 30 pollinator corridor project, we we thought about starting at that small hill along Route 30 between Ranchester Road and King of Prussia Road on the north side in front of the Radnor High School. And Bess and I visited the site, and we met with the Radnor Township School District Director of Facilities, Bill Dolan, because this property is a part of Radnor Township School District. They own the property, but it is managed by the Public Works Department. The maintenance is done by the Public Works, but they own it. So, we met with a representative, Steve, who represented Rick Foster, who couldn't attend, and we gathered some background information and looked at the possibility, but they are encouraging us strongly to start in another location at this time, because this has been maintained in a structured, neat way, and without any sustainable maintenance plan in place. There is a lot of hesitancy, which I understand, and I wouldn't push forward on it because I think we need to establish that plan first. I am counting on the school team, like high school members, to see if it is a possibility to develop a team based at the Radnor High School, who can, and possibly a teacher who's interested, who can supervise a group of students, who can come and do some maintenance, because if we move forward with this project, the Public Works Department is willing to pass it on to us for maintenance, but we as such cannot do the maintenance, but we can supervise and help someone establish that plan. So what they do for maintenance is, this is like a neatly designed bed. So the history that that we got is that it was part of a PennDOT grant that that the Radnor Township School District received when they created that part of the trail, because the Radnor Trail runs parallel to the to this garden bed, in between this bed and the Route 30. So we thought of this as, I thought of this as a possibility, because this has high visibility. This bed is highly visible. So whatever we do is easily, we can easily convey the message of pollinators and the pollinator-friendly plants if we implemented that. But at the same time, if it's poorly maintained, it would look very bad. So that's what the biggest concern is.
Right.
If we put plants in and it's outgrown with weeds, then that would be a problem. And when we visited the site, so before that, what they do for maintenance is that the Public Works Department does mulching. They do natural mulch here, which is better for pollinator-friendly plants. And they do that every spring. And in fall, there are ornamental grasses in the bed. The only things that exist, apparently, are daffodils, which bloom in the spring, and these ornamental grasses, which fill up the space during the rest of the season. And in fall, they go and cut the grasses. And in between, they spray with herbicide, the mulched area. This year, they haven't done it. So what we found was milkweeds in between the grasses. They're growing on their own. They have volunteered, but they're apparently going to be removed because they're weeds. So there are multiple factors we need to consider. So before we plant, we need to have a plan that there wouldn't be any herbicides or any like herbicide or pesticide treated mulch that would be implemented there. So and they are okay with that plan. They would say they are willing to let us decide what to do if we are to proceed. But we need to make sure that it will look neat and clean at the same time.
Right, the
So,
long-term maintenance
Yes.
is a
is
challenge.
is a challenge.
Yeah,
Which, if we have a proper plan in place, if somebody is willing to take that responsibility, we can proceed. Otherwise, they showed us around the property. So Radnor Township School District team, they're highly interested in partnering with us in implementing pollinator-friendly and milkweeds and meadows on the property. They showed us other patches or areas that we could work on. And they actually have meadows installed, like in the last few years, when they had construction along the athletic field. Next to the athletic field, there were ramps built, and they got grants to put meadows, native pollinator meadows, in those areas. They had experienced the same thing because weeds grew, or the meadows, the appearance wasn't appealing enough to the public, and they got so many complaints that they had to go after and convince people with videos of the actual pollinators and the flowers. Now, like when we looked at it, they look beautiful. There are so many, it's not only native, but non-native pollinator-friendly plants, and it's a lot of color and visual appeal that we are able to appreciate. And I could see native perennial plants that we want to see, like milkweeds and cornflowers and black-eyed Susans. All those plants are coming in very nicely in a unmowed, natural meadow.
so those meadows already
Yes.
have a maintenance plan in place?
They are a little confused about the maintenance, and they are asking our help. They're
They're
asking us
for our help.
not help as such, but guidance. So the Public Works and the Radnor Township School District teams, they're very short-staffed, and they struggle to maintain their properties with the staff that they have, and they have been trying their best to do the maintenance, and they have been. And but they're not sure which are weeds and which are
Right.
the beneficial plants. And with a little guidance, they are very committed to maintain it in a very good way, and they want to bring the best out of it, like bring out the potential, which they're doing very well, in my opinion. I appreciate how it is and as it is, and I think most people would. It looks very, very good, I think, but it needs a little work, like a little bit of cleanup with some unwanted like weeds to be removed. So that is about that aspect. Like they are highly interested in collaborating with us,
Yeah.
and Bess had been working with them on the Radnor Middle School plantings, and we had been helping with the Radnor Elementary School sensory garden. Not much of active effort from our part. Grace Herman is here. She actually is sort of leading the project. She works with Jonathan Alderson, landscape architect company, and she was a part of the Penn Medicine meadow, like the Penn Medicine landscaping, Penn Medicine Radnor. So they have been like actively involved, and we have offered our help. Yes. And at this time, they have funding. They are, yeah, there is a fundraiser going on at the PTO level. So our help is, not much needed at this time. But so the Radnor Township School District team, they are overseeing everything together. And at the Radnor High School also, they want to bring more, and they want to bring something similar to what Penn Medicine did. So it's right across. So on the east side is Penn Medicine. On the west side of the King of Prussia Road is right like parallel to it is their property, and they would like to do something similar. And at this time, they're short-staffed, and they're looking for resources and possible funding and help and maintenance plans.
I wonder
but-
if Amber Atwood-Levy at Radnor Conservancy
Yes,
could be just, has the Conservancy planned for plantings in private property or institutional property that the long-term maintenance has been addressed?
Yes, I had a discussion with Amber before the visit, and she had offered to get volunteers with a 3 to 6 week notice. And they are also interested in these monarch-friendly garden and meadows and the installation and maintenance aspects. We would be like partnering and working with them as we move along.
Right.
I also have a meeting with the Villanova University team tomorrow. It's Villanova Department of Sustainability and Ecosystem Stewardship, CBEST. They have been overseeing the plantings across the campus. They have installed multiple, like hundreds of
And
native trees.
Which
and shrubs.
campus? I'm sorry.
Villanova University. Uh-huh. And they are interested in partnering with us and, carrying their projects forward. And I would, when I'm meeting with them, and I would like to get ideas of how they are managing this, like the funding, like where did they source their plantings, the trees and the shrubs, and how do they maintain, how do they manage these mulching and weed control. These are the main challenges that we are going to face, especially when the township or like the school district is going to manage. How will they do weed control without heavily depending on these chemical weed control methods, which are adversely affect the pollinators.
Okay. Wow. Sounds like you're at the head of a big effort, and it's going to result in something really good for the township.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We can. The township is interested. They're expressing interest. They are looking for directions and which way to go. So I would like to, pull the strings together and help move forward.
Okay.
With partnership and collaborations. I approached Chanticleer Gardens to see if they would like to collaborate, but they said they're very tied up with current active projects, but they are willing to offer help with occasional questions or any occasional help that is needed. I have approached Willistown Conservation Trust. I didn't get a response. I will reach out to Lauren McGrath. So we have Radnor Conservancy on board, the Township, Public Works, and the Parks and Recs. I haven't talked to Tammy Cohen yet. She said we will meet once these things come together.
Right.
So they had asked me to present on the Monday meeting, like May 18th meeting that the Board of Commissioners had.
Yeah.
But then we decided to wait for this meeting because the township
Right. Okay.
is,
This-
yes.
All of these projects, like the rain gardens and planting native perennials, long-term maintenance is the problem.
Yes,
You can mobilize people
yes,
quickly from all kinds of areas
yeah.
to offer locations
Yes.
and initial help and planning and planting. And I honestly wonder if across these various institutions, the township, the high school, Villanova, that somehow a single contractor is hired, and each institution puts in a proportion of the annual fee required, proportional to their investment in this. And this just be an ongoing thing and be part of their budget. I think money is the only way you're going to solve this. You're not going to rely on volunteers. You can't rely on high school students; they disappear, and college students. So, and yeah, everyone's short-staffed.
Yeah, and the same applies.
So that's the avenue I'm suggesting you kind of put past these various groups to see if it gets traction.
So we would have to approach the township
Yes.
to, we would have to suggest to hire.
The township and the high school.
Yeah, yes.
And
Township
Yes.
and the high school, yeah.
I think first, I would only start planting at the high school if you have the volunteering team and the teacher signed up.
Yes, me too.
Yeah,
Yes.
because my experience with the parking
Yes,
lot
yes,
is
yes.
it's actually true. You have to think about the maintenance,
Yes.
but we all agree about that.
Yes.
My experience with the public works in the township is it's either or. Either they maintain the area or we or you maintain the area. But
Yes.
it's difficult to coordinate that
Yes.
because it gets too complex.
Yeah.
And for example, another example, in the Willows Park, I asked and proposed, why don't we put a piece of lawn aside and don't mow it? Because over time you will have naturally a meadow established.
Yeah.
And that is already too complex because you have to understand it's easier for the township just to mow everything in one go
Right.
than to think about this area or that area not to mow. So either you build a fence around it or you mark it, and or it's not happening. So I think, Dan, the approach is really to have a clear, something like a standard operating procedure with the township to say this is an area where you can mow around, but not inside, or other approaches, because I think they would actually welcome the opportunity to spend less money on mowing,
Yes.
but you need to just be very clear on how it is set up,
Well,
because it's a repeat activity every week, same day they mow everything, and of course it's super fast
Right.
if you have also changing
And
personnel to
I-
just do
I-
it the way it's set up in
Yeah,
the
I recall Tammy
standards.
Cohen actually talking about cutting back on acreage that is to be mowed, especially at the Willows. And so, have you talked to Tammy about this?
I talked to Steve and Rix, and Steve is the one who is doing the mowing.
Okay,
Yeah.
but Tammy may be, I don't know exactly their relationship with DPW, but maybe just put it past her and say, if you've heard of this, or you can say I mentioned it.
Okay,
Put
good.
it on me. Say,
I can give it another try. Yeah.
I wanted to ask them if they can increase the mulched area under the trees, covering the drip line, so that that area won't be moved. It helps the trees if you don't mow under the trees. It's unnecessary mowing that they're doing under the trees, and that hurts the trees also. When you are mowing under the drip line,
Oh, I
it
didn't know
doesn't
that.
have to be lawn. When it's lawn, the recommendation is to do like natural mulch
yeah,
under the entire drip line. So if the township parks are done in that way, it doesn't create so much area of lawn.
well, that could be something else to
Yes.
bring up with Tammy at the right time.
And that addresses our issue with the gas leaf blower and the pollution, everything, because there is less work required. It helps them and helps the trees.
Right.
Mhm. I mentioned that to the school district, the facilities director, and they were, they said they would consider that, but right now they're limited in their ability to do it. But I said
Consider what? No mowing or wider mulching?
wider mulching with
Okay.
subsequent less mowing.
Mhm.
And I would suggest the next time they mulch, don't just do a little bit of area around the tree, make it wider, covering the drip line,
Mhm.
and that would reduce the lawn area.
So you'll bring this up with the high school?
I did. I
Okay.
suggested that.
Okay.
And they welcomed that suggestion,
Mhm.
but I did not do that yet with Public Works or with Tammy at Parks and Rec. We can suggest that. We can recommend that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay, well, we
Yeah.
got to keep
I
working.
was just going to add, like, it sounds like it's about the lack of expertise within the public works area, right? Somewhat, as
Yeah.
it pertains to natives. So
Yeah.
instead of hiring a contractor outside, it's like, let's train and hire within public works with like a certain team that specializes in native plants and can recognize them, identify, and do what they need to do. Even if those areas are roped off with like a special color system or something, because again, it feels like we're going to be constantly retraining
Oh,
team members there if we're leaving it to them to maintain. So it's like,
Right.
it sounds like we need specialists within,
I
embedded
was
within that
going
team.
the path of least resistance, which was
Okay,
to
which would be to
avoid
go on our own. Yeah.
a large request for funding for a contractor just for DPW property. But yes, that's an idea. And
I
if we
can.
get our ideas crystallized,
Mhm.
we could certainly consider that as a
Yes.
petition to the,
I can bring this up at my meeting with the Villanova University team. They might be able to give recommendations or guidance as to which direction to proceed.
well, yeah, and again, all of these
Mhm.
institutions and township things, all are sharing the same problem, and that is long-term maintenance.
Yes.
And so if they all got together
Mhm.
and and have a contractor who knows specifically the care
Mhm.
of these types of plants,
Mhm.
I think that would address
Mhm.
two of your concerns,
Mhm.
is familiarity and
Mhm.
long-term care.
Mhm.
And there'd be just a shared responsibility for funding the effort.
Mhm.
So,
While we are on that, I can quickly say something about the Route 30 pollinator corridor.
yes, yeah, please.
I had a discussion with the Easttown EAC member, Ruth Mooney, and she connected me to the person who helped with the business owner, the realtor ADA Enterprises. They own businesses in Easttown and Wayne area, and she's the one who provided funding and at least helped to source funding for the projects that Easttown did. She asked me to circle back with her in June, so I will do that. And she might be interested in helping out with some businesses in Wayne along Route 30. So we have some lead on that. And I would also propose some kind of appreciation that we possibly could do from the EAC to businesses who are already doing this, like along Route 30, who have been implementing pollinator-friendly plants in their landscaping. There are some that I have identified that I could make a list and we could come up with some ideas which can help
Oh, okay, so
those who already have
there
done
are
it.
okay,
Mhm.
so there are businesses already engaged in doing
Pollinator
pollinator-friendly.
conservation, yes.
Oh,
Businesses, churches, there are properties along Route 30.
yeah, makes me think of, yeah, okay. Yeah, the greenest patch along Route 30 is in front of Central Baptist Church,
Yes.
right in Wayne.
Yes,
And,
yes, they have actually moved some plants into the lawn in front of them, so they're extending. I saw.
Yeah,
They are expanding their pollinator-friendly
I hate to tell you, though,
areas.
the township is wanting to make the commercial area there more user-friendly, and one of those ways to do that is to put parking in front of the church where all the grass is, to put in probably diagonal parking, just to extend what's in front of the bank at the corner with Wayne Avenue and just extend it westward. So we'd lose a lot of that property there.
But that patch will be gone if they do that, like convert that to the parking lot.
Yeah.
The whole thing will be gone.
Yeah. Okay. Well, a lot of work for you, Anjana. Please ask us if you need help.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Let's see. Eco-friendly yard, okay, we're going to be advertising that, thanks to Bess, in the summer issue of the newsletter. The community survey, I'm going to be in touch with our Board of Commissioners liaison, Kathy Agnew, about the next steps for considering a phase out of gas leaf blowers in the township. And Radnor Seed Library at Radnor Memorial Library. Anjana, any updates there?
No updates. They're okay now. They have seats, they have funding, and Bess had been advertising the need for volunteers through the high school. And now that the high school students were tied up with the exams, I think they might not have been able to help much, but they had been helping earlier. So nothing much needed from us at this point.
Okay, so they don't need help now in dividing the seeds?
Yes, dividing the seeds, they would appreciate help with volunteers, from volunteers, but no other help, I mean.
Okay. All right, so sounds like in our free time, we could take a jaunt down to the
Yes.
library and help out.
Yes.
It would go fast. Okay, I'll put out a plea to all of us. Native plant spring giveaway, that was May 2nd. Just a quick follow-up, Sven, on how it went.
I think we were all there, nearly everybody, but it went very well. We had 250 households signing up. I would say 200 came.
Yep.
200, 210, I think, came. And it was very efficient. We got everything done within an hour, I would say, an hour and a half,
Yeah.
thanks to one high school volunteer to come with help with the sorting of the plants. That also worked, and I think it was very well received. I'm very grateful for the flyer that we handed out, because it was 4 pages of a flyer material on
Yeah.
2 pages printed.
It's excellent.
So that worked quite well, and we also squeezed in our mosquito bucket challenge
Yep.
donut giveaway. That also worked, so I think overall successful.
Great. So we recommend doing the same next year.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Okay.
I think it's a nice way of. I mean, the big advantage is that you have a pretty high likelihood that these plants survive. Yeah.
Yep. Well, they're
We
doing.
got one email, I think, from some enthusiastic gardener.
Yeah.
It would be good if we can get some photographs of the plots at these folks' houses. For example, I made a little plot last year from what we didn't give away last year, and when they start to bloom, I can get a picture, and because I think that would help our cause around budget time. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, invasive plant species management plan. I know, Bess, you're working with Mira Shapiro at Ithan Elementary School and other groups. Any update there?
Not much of one at the moment. So I think she has been meeting with a handful of individuals and groups, but is not quite ready to share sort of steps moving forward. So I think possibly in June or maybe in August.
Okay.
But I think it's mostly at the moment focused on the willows, but I think she does have broader the scope. She would like to expand the scope to most of Radnor Township, but
Thank you.
that's it from my end. Thank you.
Garden and environmental clubs at Radnor schools. Bess, Anjana?
So we are working with the middle school garden club. We've had one session with them a couple of Thursdays ago, and I think we'll have at least one or possibly two more before the end of the school year. And I think in terms of getting high school involvement, I think that's been great. I want to thank Livy and Mia and Nora for their involvement with the Earth Day Festival. That's kind of somewhat related, but to these gardens, but at least getting involved in these elementary and middle school, and then also the high school gardens. So that it was great to have their help. And so I think, thank you all, and
Right.
so we will have. We haven't planted all of the plants, Sven and Dan, that you all gave us. So we're working on that. Just keeping them watered until then.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
Yes. Right.
So how many
It's
do
been
you
hard.
how many do you have that are not in the ground, roughly?
I'd say 3/4 of them are still in their little containers, and they're happy.
Okay.
So so we still have a good bit more to plant, and so I'll keep you posted,
So that-
everyone, if
So-
whether it's moving some, if we need to plant some over, whether it's over at the high school some more, or in the parking lot, or there was, I think, one other location that we were, oh, well, was there another location other than the high school? Possibly, they have courtyards that might be a good place for them. So,
I was thinking outside this very building, actually, too.
yes,
With,
right?
yeah, I think with the kind of the mulch that they use, that kills the soil.
It'll kill the plants.
It will kill the plants,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if you
Okay.
put
That's a
herbicide
non-starter.
on top of that.
So you figure you have, what, about 400 plants? Because I thought it was about 600 that
This
we,
is my
It's about, if not quite, almost.
okay, all right.
I do think like the mulch that is over at the middle school, excuse me, the Wayne Elementary School is the black mulch. I don't think that it's quite as toxic. I mean, it's not preferred. We think we need to get the natural mulch, but the plants are doing fine so far. They're thriving. I don't think maybe quite as much as they would be if, if they had a
Yeah,
regular mulch, but I think so far it's been okay. But certainly, I think phasing out the black mulch would be great. So,
yeah. Thank you. Anything about a need to establish environmental clubs? I know this is a bad time of year for schools, but I guess for next year, Margie or Bess or Anjana, any plans to either revitalize or keep alive the environmental clubs at the middle and high school?
sure, I can speak to that. So we've talked with the associate members, and it's believed that, adding a whole nother club isn't necessarily necessary, but because they do have a garden club, they have a green print club, and they may have others. But even the garden club and the green print are considering merging and forming one environmental club.
Mm-hmm.
And so to bring in Margie, we were thinking of, so we have Margie serving as the EAC associate member advisor to help rally them and to provide guidance. And so certainly Anjana and I are also available, but Margie is leading that charge.
Okay, so definitely movement there, because the last I heard is these clubs were all moribund, but they're actually been revitalized or,
Yeah, can I say something? Yeah, so I'm not leading any charge or doing anything yet because there's been a lot of difficulty just getting everybody to respond. Everybody's so busy now.
yes.
So I was hoping to talk with the students after this meeting, but most of them apparently couldn't make it. And so I can say we're not going forward at all in this respect. I will speak with the two that are here. But I'm just kind of guessing this isn't a good time right now.
No, it's
And-
final exam period.
Yeah, everybody's very busy and don't need an additional thing. So maybe we should try to charge forward in the fall.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep, all right. Thank you, Margie. That's Margie Reinhardt, our former EAC president or chair. Mention it. Okay. Gas leaf blower phase out. Again, I'm going to be talking to our liaison with the Board of Commissioners, Kathy Agnew, just to see what next steps are. I've given my formal proposal to Jim Riley, so it's in their hands, and we'll see what happens. Now, Anjana, we may have to put this off to the next meeting, but, because what you're proposing about the EAC website has been on our minds for some time. And we need to clean it up. I wish I could do it, but I am illiterate on
Social
that
media
level of communication. And I do not want to ask you to do anything, because I think you've got a more critical thing by,
I think it would be, helpful for us to advocate and kind of advertise in like a concise platform where people can easily visit one place to get information on whatever we are on and whatever we are working on.
right, that,
and
yeah, we need to
also-
talk with,
Yes,
with Molly about
Yeah.
that, and possibly Ian, because,
You want me, I can take the action and take this forward.
thank you, Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would
thank you.
Yeah.
talk to Molly.
Ian about what they would recommend.
Yeah.
Probably an Instagram account linked to the Radnor Township Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, just get familiar with how things are going out now. I'm totally oblivious, and just, if there's any way to improve it.
Yeah.
But again, you're working with multiple departments who are using that social media, so,
Yeah.
I mean, there is a way for us to have our own Instagram account linked to Radnor Township, because they have links that they can go
Right.
to. And then we could post whenever something happens, an event is about to occur, or just
Right.
even some of the things that have already been done, so
Yeah.
a positive
Yeah.
outcomes.
right, there is a notifications email that goes out, so
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think people.
Other.
we don't want to complicate things, that's all.
It will be making things easier,
Easier.
like simpler. Other nearby EACs have that, like Havertown, Lower Merion, or
Okay.
Easttown.
They
They
have
all, yeah, they have their own Instagram or social
Right.
media where all of these are posted, so people would know, like if they want to know about Mosquito Bucket
The event,
Challenge,
yeah.
like what we do, we can easily post our information for people to just come and take a look. And
Okay.
that will also possibly, encourage more people to volunteer with us, put
And
in-
even some of like the younger generations to get
Yeah.
more involved, because
Yeah.
they're scrolling, right? They're scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, they're
Uh-huh.
getting their
Okay.
updates through that, even more so than email,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
that's, right, guys?
Like green energy,
Right.
sustainability.
Gen's ears, right,
all of
guys?
that.
Okay.
Okay,
maybe
yeah,
that's the way to
I
go.
defer to the more,
I'll work on it with Molly and Ian and see.
thank you so much.
Yeah, Amber also suggested strongly to get permission from the Board of Commissioners to have our own, because it's very
Right.
hard to get information about our ESC projects. When the Radnor Township advertises, it's a lot of information, including road closures and a lot of things, but
True.
people who are interested in what we do, they could have one place to get what they are looking for.
Yep.
People who participated in the native plant giveaway are people who really would like to know what we're doing and
Okay.
and
Great,
get benefited from.
Okay.
that. Mhm.
thank you. Community energy conservation and electrification, nothing there quite yet. May have to wait for a new administration to see any changes there. Aronimink Golf Club had their PGA tournament this past week, and I haven't been by their media center that they created for the event. But, hmm? Oh,
Were you there? Did you go?
no, I'm not. They might recognize me because I spoke up at the Newtown meeting. So my hope is that we don't get a torrential downpour that would really test the water management system there, that's all. And that give time for plants to grow in, so. Okay,
There was one other item here on the Fenimore Pond algae.
well, yeah,
What's
that
going
is,
with that? Because I live right near there. It's hideous.
right.
It's really bad.
I had talked with Tammy Cohen about that, last summer, and she has not been able to secure the funding to properly address the issue, which is not only to skim off the algae, but to also dredge and remove the sediment underneath. Also, there is inadequate water flow through the pond that has to be addressed. So these are going to require money, and hopefully I'll contact her about that, just to see if there's any plans this summer. And the same for the rain gardens.
I can contact Tammy.
Okay.
I mean, it's,
Thank you, Melissa.
yeah, I can contact Tammy. It's on the top of my mind because I go by it every day. And the
Okay.
kids used to like fish there, and it was just a beautiful place. And now, since
Yeah.
they renovated and there's no water flow.
There's no flow,
It's
no.
just, and there's no the koi fish are gone. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. The bugs are the worst it's ever been. It's very bad, mosquitoes, et cetera.
That sluice was designed for storm water management, but did it
Yeah.
add to the problem of low
There-
flow?
There is actually a new, the water flow is actually better than it was before, but it's not sufficient. That's the problem.
Oh,
Because they
Okay.
did a huge construction
No, I know.
to improve it, but I think the pond is too shallow. The algae, of course, also grow because there's so much runoff of fertilizer from
yes.
lawn care, because it gets washed into the creek and then it goes into the pond and then you have the algae growth.
Yeah.
So if they don't do a proper re-engineering of the whole thing, it won't help, because this cosmetic collection of algae at the end of the summer is basically regrown 2 weeks later. Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't help at all.
Okay, so Tammy, I need to get her email.
Well, we need some eco-friendly yard members along that bank then.
Maintenance
I know
of, about the maintenance of rain gardens in Township, we could, incorporate that into our pollinator-friendly gardens that are coming up. I heard from Amber at the Radnor Conservancy that, there was overgrowth of invasives in
Yeah,
those
right.
installed gardens, which was difficult to tackle. They were having volunteers come in to help out, but it's a big challenge.
Right,
where I
Tammy
live.
was had wrote a proposal for having a contractor in to restore
Restore.
the rain gardens, which wasn't funded that year. I think it was 24, I think. So that, like the pond, is I think is still in play with her department. Okay.
You had put the townships around town video on the agenda.
Yeah, I just kept that so we don't forget about it.
I was wondering if we could include that native meadow on that hill next to the 476 exit. Route 30, like where the exit is, there is that hill on the south side, which, yes, where there is a native meadow installed that we can't see.
Yeah, it's high up.
It's high up, so
Right.
if it can be included in that video, maybe it will help.
Gets up there.
Yeah, if it could help everybody see that.
About 6 years ago, that
Mhm.
whole area was deep brushed, and trees were taken down.
Mhm.
And have you gone up there? I don't know what it looks like.
I don't know either. Yes, you want to say?
Hi, hi.
Yeah.
People from my firm go up there and take photos. I could share photos with you guys with what it looks like. It looks cool.
Yeah, she
Um,
shared photo with me.
yeah.
It was gorgeous.
It looks really cool, and they haven't really maintained it, honestly. It's kind of a crazy story. They did remove all those trees.
Right.
And then this company called Weeds Inc., they do a lot of maintenance and seeding in meadows and everything. They went up there and they just seeded it in with a native meadow mix, and nobody maintained it. It doesn't get mowed, which is kind of crazy because, you know, we've got a mowing routine to get.
They're mowing up there.
They don't.
Oh, they
It's
don't?
They don't,
Good.
which is it's kind of like remarkable that it looks so good because I think woodies are going to start moving in soon because there's like a weed bank up there, but it does look good if you want to
This
show
is-
photos of it.
yeah.
It looks good. It doesn't look good yet because it's
This is ironic.
I know.
Because you can't see
I
the
know.
land, and yet this is the way we want it to be.
I know, and it's really
so-
it's silly, but yeah, I know it's on our company's Instagram, and I know somebody went up there like a few weeks ago, and it doesn't look like much yet because you know the meadows are still coming up, but
Sure.
in the summer it looks good. There's like a lot of penstemon and like
Wow.
it's really cool. So yeah, I know you got to go up there kind of carefully because it's off the highway, but it does look cool when it's up
That's cool.
and growing. Yeah.
And your name again?
Sorry, I'm Grace Herman. I'm a landscape architect. I'm a Radnor resident. My kids go to school at Radnor Elementary, and I work in Ardmore. But we did the Penn Medicine Radnor Meadow project.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Sven is staying on. He had to go somewhere, and I thank him for staying with us. Okay, we did an update. I may ask you, Anjana, to complete some of your the section of the minutes dealing with your pollinator
Oh,
corridor
yes,
work.
yes,
Okay,
Yes.
because you are full of ideas and information, and I can't catch it all.
I will update that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, limiting mature tree removal in the township. Bess, you pointed out that Tredyffrin Township's woodland conservation ordinance is designed to help slow tree canopy loss. And you were going to compare Tredyffrin and Radnor's tree ordinances. Did you get around to doing that? Okay. All right. So we'll punt that to the next meeting? Okay, thank you. I didn't think you had time.
Best do it with AI. It takes you 30 seconds.
ChatGPT.
You just ask ChatGPT to compare the two ordinances and do a table about it and a summary, and you get it within a minute.
Copilot. Does your Copilot do Copilot?
Oh, no, you guys are trusting AI
Best do
now?
Copilot.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, brave new world. Yeah. Brook Farm Trail clearing, I did get an email from Alexander, and he has obtained approval from Tammy Cohen and the Department of Public Works. He's gotten approval for the project. He's still working on scheduling the first trail workday. It will involve members of the Radnor mountain biking community, and hoping he will be getting this started between May 30th and June 6th. That's an intrepid individual. Isn't that final exam week, guys? When is final exams? Okay. Okay, that's all right. Maybe 2 weeks from now, I think. 2 weeks from now. Well, that'll put it between May 30th and June 6th. Okay, he's multitasker. So that, hats off to Alexandra. I think we should stand by and be ready if we're able to help him with the clearing. I know, again, this is a very busy time of year for everybody. Recycling and waste management in Radnor Township. Bess, if you could just quickly update us on the resolution that has been proposed and maybe gone further to purchase a compost windrow turner.
Could this be Anjana? Are you?
Oh, Anjana?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, we were looking at the pictures of that meadow up the hill. Sorry. Yeah. So, can you please repeat that?
Okay,
The
there's,
chairman wants you to talk about the recycling topic on the agenda.
yeah, recycling and waste management in Radnor Township on bottom of page 5. There's a resolution to purchase for $250,000, oh, $277,000, a compost windrow turner. You have any opinion or updates on that?
No, I do. I wasn't included in that, so I'm not sure what's going on there. We had received an email from. I'm sorry, I forgot who that was from actually.
Yeah.
Was it from our friend Diana Pop? I think it was Diana Pop who sent that email asking whether it would be like worth it instead of
Right.
doing like a yard compost machine, wouldn't it be better to have a municipal like kitchen waste composting machine installed by the township? And Bess had responded, I think, to that email saying this is like already existing like yard mulch composting
Right.
that the township is doing, where the machine is old and that
It's a payloader. It's a front loader.
It's
and-
inefficient.
And it's not as efficient.
It is not
turning
as
it.
efficient as it should be. So
Yeah.
instead of it taking months, the township can get it to work more efficiently and faster
Mhm.
to turn in the yard waste that they're collecting into compost and getting it back to the residents. I'm not involved in that, so I can take on if that's.
Sure, if you
Yeah,
can watch that space. It may mean looking at agenda for BOC meetings
Yeah,
or
I can see. I
contacting-
can look into that.
yeah,
And
contacting
come back with an update.
DPW again or Tammy Cohen.
Yeah.
The irony, well, I guess not irony, but if the township does eventually, after 4 years, let's say, ban gas leaf blowers, then, and the township, to a certain degree, starts to endorse keeping the leaves on their property, either by mulch mowing or leaving the leaves, or collecting them and mulching them on their own property if they have the land, then there's going to be less collection of leaves in the
Yes.
street,
Yes,
and thus less leaf compost and a lesser need for such a machine.
yes. We had discussed this to, start an educational program or probably lecture or workshops for people to start working on making their own compost, like leaf compost bins in their own yards, so
Yep.
that there is less need for this leaf blowing and removal from their yards and putting it on the curb for township to collect.
Okay.
That is something we can work on in the future, in the near
Yes.
future,
Yep.
late summer and fall.
Another thing for you to lead.
There's a different way of just doing it, because in many townships, you have to pay for the leaf removal. That the
Yep.
township does this here for free is actually astonishing. And if you came and converted the whole system to fee for service, you most likely have mulching coming up in everybody's backyard. Because if you have a large property and you have a
Yeah.
lot of leaves,
Yeah.
it's super convenient that the township comes twice a year and collects the leaves.
Yes.
Somebody that lives in a condo, townhouse, or has no yard in an apartment, he's basically paying for the service through the
Yes.
real estate tax or through the taxes that we pay,
Right.
despite the fact of not having a single leaf at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you just change the reimbursement of it, you most likely will have a reduction.
That's a
in
interesting
in
point.
pickup. And
Be
I
a-
can
be
tell you,
fee for service on an individual basis, a
I
homeowner.
mean, as you know, I'm from Germany. In Germany, if you want to bring your yard waste to the township, you have to bring it yourself to the township collection point. Nobody comes and picks it up.
Uh-huh.
And if you do so, they measure the volume, and you have to pay by cubic meter for the recycling. They do the recycling for you, but you have to bring it to their doorstep, and then it starts from there.
Yep.
So it's just, let's say, of course, I also profit from it. I like it, actually, that they do it, but. And then we have a revolution here if we change the system, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would be the fastest way of doing
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
differently.
Convince
I know.
people. Yeah, I do that at my home. I collect all the leaves, and I have a person, like a contractor, to do the lawn, like mowing, and he does some of the leaves to the curb, but otherwise I collect and shred the leaves and use it as compost in vegetable garden.
Yeah.
And it helps tremendously.
It's a paradigm shift.
Yes.
I mean, I grew up, raking leaves and putting them in the
Into
street
piles, yeah.
sometimes. So, all right. The last thing is the budget. I need all of you here and then some to confirm the expense figures below, particularly the ones under unspecified plan expenses. Just get back to me and please let me know where additions or corrections are to be made. Okay? And I want then to ask Melissa Kahn for her accounting, current accounting for our budget, see how the two compare. All right, thank you. Any other comments from the public or members? Okay.
We also did Sven's garden planting, like Wayne parking lot. You want to say something?
Oh, we did some gardening in the parking lot and planted, out of the 600 plants, around about, I would say, 150
Oh,
to
good.
fill in the gaps, and there's more to be done by Bess and her Boy Scouts volunteers next week, I think.
Yes.
We also have to
27th.
do some weeding because I forgot that I signed a maintenance contract with the township that makes me and Amber responsible for the weeding at the parking lot. So I might do this in the next weekend or so. But I hope it will regrow. They also didn't spray anything there. From all the plants that we put in, I would say the little blue stem, it's a grass that's doing quite well.
That you put in last year,
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, that,
And then the penstemon, I would say, survived, and we had 2 or 3 others that also made it. But this churn rate was pretty high because we put 700 plants in, and I think we have 50 growing. So it's much better to donate plants to residents that have a garden and water them regularly than betting on an area where you, let's say, are in God's hands, whether it rains or not.
right. Well, we got a little bit of rain tonight.
We have some milkweeds growing there too.
Oh,
That's good for monarchs.
great.
Will be a part of our monarch project too.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, thank you, folks. Thank you all for attending. Thank you. Yeah. You're welcome.
So much. Your plants are doing well.